Hello and welcome to the number one podcast in the Mid-Hudson Valley. This is Outtakes.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Matt.
And together, we're fucking awesome.
Hoo-ah. You're the fucking and I'm the awesome.
I'm feeling extra podcasty today.
How so?
I'm wearing your face.
Who is that man who's wanted in 17 counties?
It's Matt.
That's right. If you want to buy our t-shirt, how can they do so, Dan?
I don't think they can.
They can't. You ain't allowed. They're just for us.
So far. You can only see the top of your wonderful, luscious hair.
I'm still happy to have it. Haha, I got hair and you don't, other middle-aged men.
I almost don't. I'm going thin up there.
How do you know when you're going thin?
I'm starting to develop a skin yarmulke, so I don't really see it in the mirror. But then there was a couple of candid pictures of me playing with the kids, and one of them I was bending over to pick something up and saw the top of my head. I'm like, oh, what's going on there?
Emma thought I was balding on the back of my head, and I asked her, why didn't you tell me that I was balding when we first met? And she thought that would be rude, and I disagreed. It's a lump in my head, Dan.
Oh, it's just a lump.
Yeah. You want to see it?
Sure.
You see that?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I call that the vagina. Agree? Kind of looks like one a little bit.
Yeah. How'd you have kids?
Let me put my hat back on and hide my luscious hair for the time being. Do you have any housekeeping issues before we get into the topic of the day?
I don't think so.
Keep the comments coming on YouTube, friends. I had a new idea for our intro. I'm going to just pitch you a few Outtakes podcast name ideas before we get started. Outtakes podcast, take away the bread and butter, and this is what you got. What do you think of that one? No. Okay.
What did you say? I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention at all, but I don't think I missed anything.
The Outtakes podcast. We're an outtake as in an in-give.
Listen, special thanks to Charles F1H.
Shout out.
Just constructive critic. Love you, man. Appreciate the feedback.
Yes.
Are you friggin' serious? Sorry, that's at Are You Friggin' Serious. Thank you, too.
What did they say?
Thankfully, Rob Schneider is not on anyone's funniest list, with an added smiley face emoji.
He was at the Happy Gilmore 2 premiere, and I thought that Adam Sandler and him were not getting along.
I wonder if he was invited or he just showed up.
I think he just showed up. He looks like one of those caricatures from a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Adam Sandler's security guard stopped him when he was walking in, and he's like, what are you doing here? Making copies.
The Outtakes podcast, the conversation show where everything you say will and should be used against you in a court of law. No. Okay, that's the last time I'll try.
So today's topic.
All right, let's.
Okay, today I believe we are talking about ninjas.
What kind of ninjas, Dan?
Well, I actually did my research today.
Nice.
So it turns out there's a lot more than I thought. There's blenders and air fryers, coffee pots, a whole line of products. I thought they were just blenders.
Right, and what would constitute ninja appliance?
The branding of Ninja on the side or front. I did know they were more than blenders. You know why? Because I have their toaster oven / air fryer and one of their coffee pots. I highly recommend.
No free ads. There's a Ninja Corporation?
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Ninja?
Tom and Betty Ninja.
Where are they from?
They are from, I always mispronounce it.
Billings?
Yeah, that's what I always mispronounce.
Yeah, Billings, Montana. You have trouble with that. Billings, Dan. Billings. Billings.
Sorry.
Land of the ninjas. Okay, you like ninjas with your culinary products. I don't know why you would get a ninja coffee pot. That's ridiculous.
Pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
Can chop up a good cup of coffee.
Yeah, well, one half is just a drip brew coffee pot, and the other half is an espresso machine. And it's got a cool little flip-out frother on the side for lattes. Ninja lattes.
Does it come out with different compartments where it's like chopper and then a hand that brews your coffee and then massages you? And
you just pour whole beans in there and katana blades grind it up.
Nice. I like that. That's a sneaky good choice. What other ninjas are we going to talk about? We could talk about anything under the sun, right?
We can. Interestingly, during your text, and I still want to cover the topic, you mentioned 3 ninjas, which I'm not really even that familiar with. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Ninja Turtles, which I'm way into. And you also mentioned Bruce Lee. But Bruce Lee is not a ninja. But he's in the martial arts world.
Maybe Bruce Lee isn't a ninja per se.
I bet he could fight a ninja.
He could. He would want to fight a ninja.
He would want to, for sure.
He would welcome it. He's not a good ninja because he wants to be known. One of the big things about ninjas are about stealth.
Stealth is a huge part of ninjutsu. It's actually the main part, I think.
I wasn't sure if you had seen Three Ninjas, so I'll just shout it out really quick. It was Disney's most profitable movie in 1992. Cost $3.5 million to make. It was like Home Alone meets The Karate Kid. Rocky, Tum Tum, and Colt were some of my favorites. And they got me believing that I could beat the hell out of any robber that might come into my house. But it also made me very afraid that a robber would come into my house. So shout out to that.
So unlike a katana, that's a double-edged sword.
You got that right. It terrifies you and it tickles you at the same time. Because you don't know when you got a blow dart to the neck and you just got your shit taken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a shit-take mushroom.
Like a shit take. Dinsued, chopped up with your ninja blender. I think that we should really focus on the big ninjas in our lives, the Ninja Turtles. What do you think?
I would love nothing more. And listen, we're old people. We're OG Ninja Turtles. There's been so many iterations since then, but I don't feel like they've ever really recaptured the magic.
You're right. Let's focus on the cartoon Ninja Turtles and the early 90s movies Ninja Turtles, who were also influenced by the comic books, I believe. I recently rewatched the beginning sequence from the movie. Do you have any recollection?
Are you talking about the first-person view of skateboarding through the sewer and then going to the storm grate waiting for a pizza delivery at an address that doesn't actually exist?
That's the second one.
Oh, that's the second one. That's right.
The first shot was New York City.
Oh, yeah. It was panning in over the bridge, right? Into the city. People walking by. Then was it Raphael in a trench coat mixed in with the people?
That comes at the second scene. Because there's news report going on. People are walking, going about their day. It's a July day in New York City, 1989. Then people's stuff starts getting swiped. There's a crime wave hitting the city.
Oh, that's right. A bunch of skinny little nerd kids pickpocketing.
Pickpocketing. Danny, the redheaded kid. He's taking a wallet and then he gives it to a shredder hand, which is funny. And then April O'Neil says, from televisions to Walkmans, a crime wave is hitting the city and there's no witnesses. Watching it again, I'm thinking, this is not that big of a deal. You're talking about petty thieves here, but it seems like a pretty sophisticated operation. And then April finishes her news report and she goes outside and she gets jumped. You know who she gets jumped by?
Oh, I don't remember. Foot soldiers, a bunch of kids.
It's an actor that became very, very big later on in life.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Close enough. Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell comes out. It's a very rippy vibe.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the Ninja Turtles come out and they beat up the kids for April. And that's when Raphael loses his sai. Damn. It was a strong opening.
It was. Being so young watching it, I was just so amazed to see how well they did the costumes for the Turtles.
Yeah.
Wow, it really looks like Ninja Turtles in real life.
I know. How did they do that?
Magic, man. Hollywood magic.
It was a Jim Henson production. So, Dan, who were the Ninja Turtles? Name them off for me.
We had 4 turtles, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo.
How did the song go?
Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool but rude. Michelangelo is a party dude.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell.
Turtle power.
The cartoon was different. When I watched Raphael in the movie, I was like, this guy has got some real anger issues.
I lost the side.
Then it is gone.
But I can get it back. I can get it back.
Raphael.
Yeah.
They made him a lot edgier.
In the cartoon, he was more snarky.
Yeah. He was like their Chandler. He was like the Chandler Bing of the group. Honestly, he was the lamest. I don't know. Maybe Donatello was the lamest. I never liked the purple.
I liked Donatello because I thought it was cool that he could build all that shit, you know, like the turtle van and the turtle zeppelin. He was responsible for all their gadgets.
Oh, what was a turtle zeppelin?
They had a blimp, man.
I knew that. I didn't know they called it the zeppelin. That's cool.
They probably didn't call it that. That's just another word for blimp that I threw in there. I think they called it the turtle blimp.
Nice. Dan, rank the turtles for me in terms of favorite.
I always favored Leonardo. That was the kind of character I always kind of gravitated toward when I was a kid. He was the leader. He was responsible and took it all seriously.
Yeah. Teacher's pet. You love a teacher's pet.
I do.
You just like the gold stars.
Do you like me? Tell me I'm a good boy.
Splinter. Remember when Splinter got hurt? He was so butthurt about Splinter.
He was.
I would say the katanas are the best weapon Agree or disagree?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the smart thing they did with the cartoon series was all the foot soldiers were robots. So he could actually like slice them and he wasn't killing people.
That's smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't he get electrocuted though? Metal on metal?
In real life, maybe it had insulated handles like a Klein screwdriver.
Leo, make sure it's mag safe. Of course, Leonardo would have done that. He was careful.
Always thinking ahead.
Yeah, and Raphael had like salad forks for a weapon. What were they called?
Size.
Size. What the hell is a sai? In Latin, that's with or without, isn't it?
Yeah, but in Japan, it's a fork for a really big salad.
Right.
He could hold them between his fingers, kind of like a Wolverine claw situation. That was cool. And he could block another sword. He would catch it in between the tines.
Yeah, so he could be a buffer. Who would win in a fight, Raphael or Leonardo?
That's the question, man. Nobody asks about the other two when it comes to fighting for dominance.
Right.
It's definitely between Leonardo and Raphael. Raphael's got the skills, but he's got the rage. It's almost like you compare it to Star Wars. It's like a Jedi versus a Sith because Raphael gives into his rage and uses it, and Leonardo's all about discipline. And they're appropriately colored for it because Raphael's got the red bandana.
Yes. Do you think that Leonardo is a little egotistical though because he needs all that feedback all the time and he wants to be the leader? It's almost like he wants it too badly.
Oh, he definitely wants it too badly. He could be sometimes kind of a whiny bitch.
Put those away.
I'm the leader. You got to listen to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing whatever you want anyway? Come on, man. I'm in charge. Splinter said so.
And then if you're following Raphael, you're like a mood band, you know, it's like Nirvana or something. Yeah. And I guess Donatello is a beta. He's your perfect number 2. Yeah. And then Michelangelo is childlike, a nincompoop. He's a village idiot.
He doesn't take anything seriously except for pizza. That's the only thing he takes seriously.
He takes pizza very seriously. He has a brick oven and he enters the Sonoma Wood-Fire Napolitano Pizza Festival every year.
They really had to make that cartoon kid-friendly in that in the original comics, the Turtles were actually obsessed with drinking beer instead of pizza. So when they made that a cartoon for kids, they changed it to pizza. Yeah. But I remember there was a lot of kids that Michelangelo was their favorite back in elementary school. And I think a lot of it had to do with the action figures because Michelangelo had the nunchucks. You could make his hand spin like a freaking propeller with the nunchucks in it.
How the heck did he not hit himself in the face? Don't see it.
Well, the interesting thing about Michelangelo, he was like a skateboarding party dude. Yeah, whatever, man. But excellent ninja technique. Still knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he didn't think too hard about it. He was a blank slate.
Yeah.
It kind of came naturally to him. The spinny sticks. You know, nunchucks, where the hell do nunchucks come from? It's like a yo-yo and a stick. Nunchuck. Where's that come from, Dan?
It's almost like a nightstick that's flexible in the middle, you know? There's the side you're holding and then the other side that you're whipping around. And you kind of chuck it at your opponent, but the chain stops it from actually being chucked. So you're chucking none of it. And that's where the name comes from.
You're a genius. That makes sense. Is that real?
No, I just made that up.
I call it a nothing cow. That's what I call it. A Bride of Christ Charlie. Get it? Nunchuck. Hit yourself in the face object.
It would be weird if I was right about that because I'm using English words to break down the meaning and it definitely comes from Asia.
The whole continent.
China, Japan, somewhere over there.
Chuck seems like an American word, so I don't think that nunchuck is a weapon. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, actually, I recently saw something about Mr. Bruce Lee, where one of his training partners wanted him to start using nunchucks. When he first saw them, he's like, no, fuck that. This is a toy. And the guy's like, come on, try it. And then within 3 months, Bruce Lee was like a master and used them all the time. He put on a couple of shows with nunchucks playing ping pong with them.
Ooh. That's entertaining.
To kind of show his pinpoint accuracy.
What a show off. Good research, Dan. I still don't see how it can be something to harm somebody else. It seems like you'll just hurt yourself in the process. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm no expert.
Well, if you can hurt yourself, you could hurt someone else. I mean, hello.
He's right again. Points for Dan. Ding, 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 ding.
Not only were these Ninja Turtle movies entertaining, but they were educational as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So educational.
That's where I learned penicillin came from mold.
What?
Yeah.
Say more.
I think it might have been in the second movie. They were going to eat some leftover pizza. And they opened it up. Oh, man. What? Got a piece for me? I don't know. You like penicillin on your pizza? Mommy, what does he mean?
Shut up.
She's like, oh, the pizza got moldy. Penicillin's made from mold. And I'm just like, Knowledge.
Noted. I actually had to explain to Emma that you can't leave pizza out overnight because of mold.
Unrefrigerated.
Right. And that's just something that her family did as like a ritual. The Carlson family is just known to keep their pizza out for days on end, and you have to eat it. And they're doing fine. We've only lost 3.
You keep taking penicillin, what's going to kill you?
Where do you think they came up with the penicillin joke for a pizza? I guess they were thinking eating the pizza in the sewer and penicillin. These turtles are probably going to get bacterial infection or something, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. Think about that. Putting on your trench coat and hat so nobody could tell that you're not a giant turtle, even though your face is still green and you got a giant hump on your back.
A Jose Canseco bat? Tell me, you didn't pay money for this.
And going to get fresh pizza at a pizzeria. I mean, it tastes all right when it's fresh, but I don't smell shit anywhere.
Yeah. Where's the shit?
Where's the shit smell?
And they didn't like anchovies on their pizza, so what the hell? They were so picky.
Here's something else. I remember in the cartoon for breakfast in one of the episodes, they were pouring cereal onto pizza as if pizza is the only thing they could ever eat. So for breakfast, they had breakfast cereal, but they poured it onto pieces of pizza. So for a little while, I would put corn pops on my pizza. And my dad would be like, what the hell are you doing? This is how the Ninja Turtles eat breakfast, man. It's good.
And he's like, let me try. Not a bad idea. Corn Pops pizza. Don't take the idea. I like it.
I've had it many times. It's a winner.
Yeah, that's like pouring maple syrup on pizza, like Buddy the Elf. Was the pizza appetizing in the movie? I can't remember. I have to look it up.
We're both just working on memory here, but I do think there was some Pizza Hut product placement in at least one of the movies. I don't know if it was the first or the second.
I didn't want any of the pizza to have to do with Splinter. Anything with Splinter grossed me out.
Splinter didn't partake in the pizza. The boys loved pizza, and Splinter would be off in the corner eating sushi.
Right, he had a more refined palate.
Splinter, obviously they changed things for the film adaptation, right?
Yeah, it was disgusting.
I remember being a little bit bothered.
Why?
I loved the movie, but I was used to the animated series, right?
Right.
So the origin story changed a bit for the movie.
Yes.
You remember this?
I do, and I still don't understand it, so I need you to explain it to me.
Okay, so in the cartoon, they explained that Hamato Yoshi was exposed to mutagen when he tried to rescue these 4 baby turtles that were crawling around in it.
A human.
And the turtles turned human because they were spending time with a human. But since they were down in the sewer and there were so many rats, he turned into a rat.
Right.
And then in the movie, Splinter began as a rat and was the pet of Hamato Yoshi. And he learned ninjutsu from his cage, watching his master practice.
Yeah, he was in the cage practicing the moves, mirroring his master.
And then he taught it to the turtles. In the cartoon, he was the ninja master that turned into a rat and then trained them. So I remember just watching the movie and I was like, that's not how it was supposed to happen. That's not what they said in the cartoon.
I remember that too. And I think it probably would have been pretty disturbing, like a Cronenberg picture, The Fly or something, if he starts slowly turning into a rat. I don't think he would want to have the turtles around if he started to slowly turn into a rat. Probably try to eat the turtles.
Although I did always wonder to myself, if the turtles turned into a human form because they were spending so much time with a human, why didn't he turn into a turtle? He was spending more time with the rats?
Maybe it was the bubonic plague.
There's a few holes in the story.
They say it's the last thing you touched when you are exposed to the mutagen.
Do you remember the episode in the cartoon when Shredder purposely created Bebop and Rocksteady?
No.
He had these 2 like goofball gangster goons, right? He's like, I need to make my own mutants. He put them into separate rooms that were like laboratory jail cell things. He pumped the mutagen in and he trapped one of them in with a warthog and one of them in with a rhinoceros. Bebop and Rocksteady took on the characteristics of a rhinoceros and a warthog. They just played a bunch of sound effects that sounded like the animals were like paying them.
What did you think was happening at the time?
I thought the animals were just beating them up. This is a terrible plan. These animals are killing these guys. They're not going to turn into anything except for dead.
Bebop and Rocksteady were just for the show.
They never made it to film until the Michael Bay series.
They didn't have the rights to Bebop and Rocksteady. Instead, they did
Toka and Razor in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Instead of a rhino and a warthog, they exposed a razorback snapping turtle and like a wolf to mutagen. They did not come out the way Shredder expected. What? Babies! And Razor turns and goes, Mama? Mama? Remember that?
Yeah, that kind of ruined the movie a little bit. Took him and they like were hugging him and he couldn't get out. And he's like, get away from me.
Yeah, but then at the end of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, a Doc collapses on Shredder, but he has like the last canister of ooze. And he becomes Super Shredder.
Oh, that was badass.
I thought that was some cool shit, man.
That actually made him scary again, because he was really scary in the first one.
You are here because the outside world rejects you.
He was like a super predator, what Current Affair warned your kids against.
This is your family. I am your father.
Yeah. Well, going back to that origin story swap for the movie, it was a lot darker because Shredder, or Orokosaki, killed Hamato Yoshi, who was Splinter's owner. He had a scar on his face from Splinter when he was still a rat, trying to defend his owner, and jumped on his face and scratched him with his little rat claw. And when they had the final showdown on the roof, Shredder took his face mask off. He's like, I remember you.
Dan, I have to use the bathroom really quick.
Well, everybody watching, how you doing today? If you're in our age group, I hope you're enjoying the conversation because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was huge back in the day. They were never able to bring it back to the same popularity.
Sorry, Dan. Gosh darn it. Did Splinter ever fight? Was he a good fighter? I don't remember him fighting. Did he fight Shredder? And did he just like do one move?
Pretty much. So the Turtles basically got their ass kicked, and then Shredder came at Splinter with like a spear, and Splinter locked it up in the chains of nunchucks and then hung him over the edge of the building.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but Splinter is overrated.
Okay.
He disgusted me in the movie. He was all greasy, and they should have just killed him.
Oh, come on, man.
Splinter, they need to avenge. We couldn't have watched it. If that had happened, it wouldn't have worked.
That would have been a little too far. A little too far. That's their daddy.
That's their daddy. Aw, that's so cute. What were you going to ask me, Dan?
Casey Jones. What were your thoughts on Casey Jones? He was in the cartoon as well. Big part in the first movie, never appeared in the movies again.
Cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket. I'll teach you.
It was like an absentee father
Slow, freak. I got work to do.
who showed up and was really cool. This guy is awesome, but he doesn't seem so stable. He kind of comes in and out of your life. He had some type of athletic career, but kind of dressed and looked like a homeless guy. Charmed your mom for a little while and then left.
Yeah, definitely a good street fighter. No formal training like the Turtles had, but he could hold his own.
Why did he become friends with the Turtles? Was he just playing rec hockey one night and the puck fell in the sewer? And
if memory serves me correctly, he was doing some vigilante activity. I think he came to April O'Neil's rescue.
Very normal.
Had his hockey goalie mask on, beating up a guy with a hockey stick and a cricket paddle. He just used sports equipment to beat people up.
That was his credo. Only sports equipment. Who played his role? He was a great character actor in the 90s. He had a bad hairline. Speaking of hairline.
His name was Elias Cotis.
French?
Elias Cotis?
Elias Cotis. Yeah, he's still acting. April and Casey Jones were a good part of the first movie. I like their kind of will they, won't they relationship.
When they had to escape the city, they were in that like country farmhouse for a little while, hiding out.
In the Mid-Hudson Valley?
Yep, where we are the #1 podcast.
That's right.
I remember Casey Jones came up to April and started giving her a massage. He was like rubbing her neck and shoulders, and my little boy pants started to get tight.
Did she welcome that? I don't remember.
She did. She was like, she's good.
God, what's this, Mom? Shut up. What about the turtles? There was never any love interest for them. There were no female turtles. Like, they were freaks.
Freak!
Right?
Yeah.
Is it part of the ninja code? Do ninjas have to be celibate? Is that part of it?
I don't think so.
What makes a good ninja? What do you have to be a good ninja?
Well, I mean, it just takes a lot of training. You have to be very good at stealth. You remember that scene in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2? Ernie Reyes Jr., who played Keno.
Keno.
Yeah. Keno was trying to infiltrate the Foot Clan and become a member. There was a mannequin with a bunch of jingle bells hanging all over it. And the test was they threw a smoke bomb and you had to remove as many bells as possible without making a noise, or any of them couldn't ring and nobody could see you doing it within the smoke. So to cheat, when the smoke bomb went off, Raphael ran in and piled every single one of those jingle bells into his arms and got back out of there before the smoke cleared.
That was so cool.
They stared at him like, how the hell did he do that? And Keno just went, is this enough?
What a cute kid, Keno.
Interesting fact, I believe Ernie Reyes Jr. had a father named Ernie Reyes. I'm just guessing. Had a roommate named Bert.
Dan, I wanted to be a ninja pretty bad. but the training thing really got me.
The training thing got me in everything.
Did you ever try karate?
I was in Taekwondo when I was quite young for a little while.
What belt?
Oh, I don't think I got past white.
Maybe white with a yellow stripe?
Only when I peed my pants. My parents loved telling the story of my first Taekwondo class. We sat down in a circle, and the sensei, who was a tall white dude, probably named Bob or something.
I think it was Rick.
Could be Rick. He explained to all of us children, Taekwondo and all of martial arts is not about fighting. It's not about being able to attack somebody.
Boring.
Your weakness is disgusting to me.
It's about discipline, mentally and physically, technique, and all of that shit. With that being said, let's go around the circle. Tell me why you're here, why you want to learn Taekwondo. And the first kid was like, discipline, good. And then the next kid, learn to control myself physically. Oh, that's good. Dan, what about you? I want to beat up my uncle. He bullies me and I want to be able to beat him up. No, Dan, that's not what this is for. I just said that.
Not pee my pants. Bedwetters to the side. Let me have that goal. Let's just pretend it's discipline. Don't take away my dreams. Of course, that was everybody's dream, to beat up their freaking uncle or their big brother.
Stop it! No! Come on! Michael! Open your mouth! No, Michael!
That was currency on the playground. On the playground, I wanted to know, what belt were you? Because I wasn't going to mess with any black belts. I brought the black belts to my side. I mean, one of the things that attracted me to you, Dan, was the fact that you could beat me up in wrestling pretty handily.
With no training.
With no training.
I went to, I don't know, a month and a half worth of classes. And then I bought a belt that was black. And I'm like, there you go. I didn't have to do anything for this. It was on the rack.
Done and done. The other good thing about being a ninja that I liked was the sneakiness. I like to be sneaky.
Well, one thing I would always do was practice how far I could walk through the house without making a noise or having even the floor creak or anything like that. And if I could do it, I was like, all right, I am a ninja.
Why is mom and dad making so much noise in the bedroom? Dad's been traumatized. Well, I wanted to sneak food. I wanted to get dessert without my parents knowing. So if there were gushers in the kitchen, I needed to be super quiet. Still serves me today. I would do my little ninja moves.
That reminds me of my favorite Gushers story with you.
That was my ninja training coming out.
Based on that day, I think your mom was a ninja.
Dan and I were downtown. We went to the grocery store and I would just house Gushers. Eat it like there was no tomorrow. Because my mom was always lurking around the corner.
Well, hold on. Let's back up a second. You bought the Gushers. We walked out of the store and literally just stepped onto the parking lot. Like the second your toe touched the sidewalk, your mom comes driving down that street. You're holding a plastic grocery bag with Gushers and you dove into the middle of a bush.
Ninja!
Now, I'm still standing there and your mom knows we're together. So I'm just standing next to a bush and your mom stops the car in the middle of the street, rolls down the window. And she's like, Matt. And you pop your head out of the leaves and you're like, hey, mom.
Nothing to see here.
And she goes, do you have Gushers? And I was flabbergasted. I stood there and I was like, what the fuck is this? First of all, your mom has superpowers or something. And second of all, I couldn't believe how crazy your evasive technique was.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, it was born out of my love of sugar and ninjas. Dan, I was trying to train you in my sneakiness, but she was one step ahead. There's nothing better than a sneaky Pete.
Wait a minute. I don't have a lot of time left, by the way. But speaking of dessert, bringing it all around full circle, one of my favorite desserts around Ninja Turtles. Have you ever had like Drake's Cakes fruit pies?
Yeah.
Little flaky pockets covered in glaze with like apple compote inside. For a time, they had Ninja Turtles pie. And it was a custard-filled pie crust with green icing on the outside.
Got it.
Now, it sounds kind of gross, but every time I saw them, I had to buy one. Eating one of those and drinking a Hi-C Ecto Cooler, I could have died right then.
Anybody out there, if you have those cakes for Dan, he'll still eat them. Doesn't matter the expiration. They're still good. Reach out, please.
I've never had anything as good since.
You haven't.
Gordon Ramsay couldn't make anything that good.
No, he's no ninja. Dan, well, the ninjas still play a big role in our lives. And is there anything else you want to add, Dan?
I don't think so, man, but it was fun walking down the Ninja Turtle memory lane, you know?
The Ninja Turtles were very relatable ninjas, even though they were watermelon heads.
I don't care what anybody says. Ninja Turtles are far superior to the Power Rangers. I said it.
Thank you. The Power Rangers suck.
Yeah.
Dan, we never liked the Power Rangers.
No.
The Power Rangers couldn't even get the job done. Every single time they needed that big robot at the end. I didn't ever want to admit that I watched Power Rangers, but it was what was on.
Yeah.
I had to watch it. I didn't have a choice, but it's for babies. So glad you brought that up. Screw you, Pink Ranger, Black Ranger. You're just copying off of some really great IP that is the Ninja Turtles. No Power Rangers for us.
What was the casting director thinking?
I don't know. Having a Hilary Swank look like?
That was fine, but why is a Black Ranger got to be a black guy? Why is the Yellow Ranger an Asian girl? I mean, what are you doing, man?
Wake up. Oh, I had another thought for the Ninja Turtles names. Sewer interns. That just came up. Sewer interns. Dan, it was really fun. If you ever want to do a bow staff fight, all we need is a broom. I'll be ready.
A broom, you say?
You could get a broom. You could use a Swiffer. Anything you want. That was the one cool thing about the bow staff. I'm non-violent unless provoked at a 6-foot radius, Dan.
Let's plan to make a video of our finest ninja moves. We will post it. And I'm sure we're just as fast and flexible as we were when we would pretend to be the Ninja Turtles.
We could parkour for sure. Well, that was another episode of the Outtakes podcast, the #1 podcast in the Mid-Hudson Valley, coming at you.
Take that on the good foot.
On the good foot. On the good foot.